Hello everyone and welcome to the Posworx training videos. Today we are going through the stock take process in Posworx. We are more especially going to cover the manual option that is within Posworx. Firstly, when you are starting a stock take, you'll need to bin your store. Binning the store really means separating your store into smaller areas to make it easier for you to do a count to verify how many items there are in a particular shelf or railing. As from the illustration shown on the screen, you can create bin number 1, bin number 2, bin 3, bin 4, and you continue this process until the entire store has been covered, including the storeroom. Once this is done, you can get a member of the staff to count the number of units in a particular bin. It is not of importance of what products there are on a particular bin, but more especially how many units there are. Once this is done, you can then create an Excel document to capture the first count that you have on the railing. For this example, I'm going to say 45. You will then get somebody else to do a second count to verify that there is 45 units, and if it is 45, you'll enter your second count. From now you know that bin number 1 has a total of 45 units. You can proceed to the next bin. There's 36 units. You can get them to count it. Second count, if you get 38, you'll ask them to do one more check. Once it's confirmed how many there are, you can then update your count to the correct number. You can also use the bin numbers to capture particular articles. So you write down your article number, the sizes for the article that's available, and you write down the quantity that you have per size. As a control, you can have a total per article so that you know how many you should have once you've put the size breakdown into Posworx. You could have one article per bin, or you can do it as multiple articles in one bin. Ever easier for you. If you're using multiple articles, you can have a total per article as well as a total for the actual bin that you are doing. Once you've prepared your count sheets, you can then proceed into Posworx and you will create new stock take. When the stock take manager opens, you're going to click on new stock take. For this training video, we are going to do a full stock take and we're going to preload our bin quantities. I've got bins 1 to 10 that I'm going to use. I'm going to click on create, and from my test sheet I know that my total quantities in bin 1 is 139, in bin 2 is 103, 78, 70, 72 and 49. I've created extra bins just in case I find extra items that weren't originally binned and counted when I was prepping the store. These will not affect the stock take in any way if it's left as 0. You can always update these values as you're going along should you find any extra items. Now that I've entered in all my details, we click on OK. If you see, the first line on the top will give me the current date I've started my stock take, the stock take number, it'll give me the store name, it tells me it's a full stock take, so it's everything that's in the store. Currently it wouldn't display any values because it's still an open stock take, so the status will say false. I'm now ready to work with the stock take. You can either double click it or you can click on the edit stock take button. Once you're in the stock take, we're going to edit a bin or we're going to enter the values for the first bin. So I'm going bin number 1. You can either press enter or you can click on load. I'm then going to choose the manual option and it asks me to type in either the article code, the description, the product code, or part of the barcode itself. It will then list match of possibilities. I'm going to select the code I want to work with, and I then enter the sizes. Once I've entered the sizes, it will show me the total units counted. So I can see for this I had 139 units. If I look back on my Excel sheet, I see I have 139 units, so I'm happy that both these values match. Click on save. I can then close it. Once it's closed, I can view my bin summary. And if I see from my bin summary, I should have 139 units. I've captured 139 units. I'm happy with that. Then going to proceed in my next bin. That's bin number 2. I'll type in the next code that I'm going to search for. Select the one that I want to work on. And in this instance, I should have 103 units, but I'm going to enter 100. Again, just to confirm, I should have 103. I save it. Once it's saved, again, it will display the bin. If I go to the bin summary, you see it's still marked in red because I'm short of those units. I can then go back into the bin and enter in those additional units. So you can select the bin you want to work with, right click, edit bin details. On the bin, I can then update this quantity to what it should be. So now I've entered the correct quantity. If I confirm on my count sheet, it should be 103. Save. I go back into the bin summary. The expected and counted both match, and you see the rows have also changed to white, which means they balance off. I can then proceed to the next bin. And I'll enter the article code that I'm working on. Save the units. And if I've made an error while I'm capturing these details, you can simply highlight the rows and press delete. It will clear your bin for you, and if I save it and go back to the bin summary, you'll see nothing has been entered for that bin. I'm going to enter the next bin value. Here you'll see, because there's no possible matches and there's only one code, it will automatically bring up your size curve for you, and then enter the quantities. My total units is 70. I reference my count sheet again for bin 4 at 70. Then save it. If I go back and look at my bin summary, you see bin 4 matches correctly. Whilst busy with the stock take, you can start viewing your reports. So you click on report. You don't have to do any grouping initially, so say no grouping. The report we suggest is the show only variances. Click on the load button. And it will show you all the articles that you've scanned in so far and only indicate the one that has variances. So anything that you short or overbuy will display on your screen. You can then start processing the rest of your bins and you continue referencing back to this report. You can also change the report into a type summary. Click on load. So it'll tell you under footwear how many you should have in stock, under your SOH or stock on hand column, how many you've counted, and the variance for it as well as the values in between. You also have a category summary. Click on load and it will give you the breakdown per category of what you stock on hand, what's counted, the variances, and your cost and retail. Once you've done capturing all of your bins, you can click on close. You can then select the stock take that you are busy working on. Click on sign off. It'll ask you, are you sure you want to sign off? It will say start. The system will make a backup of your Posworx before the stock take has been signed off. So if you have any issues such as finding stock just after you've completed the stock take, we are then able to reverse the completion and allow you to capture in those additional units. Take note, you cannot do this if you start processing on your system, such as doing sales or transfers and receipting in goods. It has to be done as soon as you sign off the stock take. It then tells you this backup's been made successfully, been verified. You click on OK. It then asks you to confirm that you want to apply stock count units to your stock take. So I'm going to say yes. It has now updated my stock according to what I have. If you look at the top line now, it gives you the values. I'm supposed to have 511 in stock. I've only counted 312. What's the expected cost? What's my counted costs and the variances? You can then click on print. If you choose true, it will show you all the stock that you had. If you choose false, it will only show you items or articles that have a variance. I'm just going to choose false for now and say OK. And it will display my report for me and you'll see what my stock on hand is, what's been counted, what's the variance on that, as well as the total values detail as well as cost. Same report, if I say print, I leave it on true. It will show me what I should have, what I've counted, the units that also match. If I look at the last page, give me what's the total stock on hand, the total I've counted, the differences, as well as the variance in the cost and retail. You can either export this report to any one of the available formats. You can also print the report, or if you require, you can email the reports directly from here. That's the end of the training video for the manual option of the stock take.